Dr. Shaz, Straight Talk. Let's see. I was really talking about the fruits of the Spirit. Kind of got off track of that with some other things that came up. I'm probably still going to kind of focus on some other things. I want to talk a little bit about what's been happening a lot in relationship to suicides. I've been getting a lot of that, especially out here in Georgia. I don't know about a lot of the different things people are beginning to take their own lives. This is serious. I'm not going to look directly in the camera because I'm driving. Coming back off the road, drive along the road. I had to come off the road. Some things, personal things that I need to deal with. But anyway, that's another issue. Listen, I don't know you and you don't know me, and I'm not very popular, but if you happen to be having these kind of problems, suicidal thoughts, it comes from depression. Depression is very dangerous. I know the best way to get rid of depression is to implement the spirit of joy and the spirit of peace. If you don't have those, then it's very difficult to deal with depression. Depression can come from anywhere, and anything can bring about depression. But it's an ongoing type situation. It's not something that just happens immediately. You don't get depressed immediately and want to kill yourself. It's an attack on your mind, and it's been there a long time. It gets to the point to where people really actually do fulfill taking their own life. One thing that you need to be very, very much aware of is that the brain functions are not designed to deal with something like this. The brain is not designed. Psychiatrists, nobody's designed to deal with the brain. The brain is a created element from God, and it's a very sensitive element. That's why everybody's so so complex and going all different kind of ways. You can't never figure anybody out. It's very difficult to do. You just go along with them, or you get along with them, one or the other. But the bottom line is, you can't control your brain actions. There is really nothing to help that. That's why it's important for you to focus on other things, focus on something else besides yourself, and to put your energy into other things. Now, of course, I would suggest God is the first thing to put your energy in. I'm not talking about church. I'm talking about the principles of God. I mean, church is good. I don't talk against church, going to a church, a body, a local body, but that's all it is. It's a local gathering. It's like a club or anything else, which can be very helpful. So that's not to say anything against, but the strongest thing is you're building your own self in God. You're building your own self in the Word of God. Start reading the Bible. If you find yourself depressed, you find yourself down, you have to really find something else to do. Even more so than that, begin to allow yourself to put energy into something else. Suicide thoughts are really uncontrollable. They come all the time to you. If you're attacked with that, they'll continue to attack you. And the depression will continue to depress you. So you have to press down the depression, which means you have to overcome it with something else to overpower being depressed. And it starts very, very slight, and then it adds up, and it continues until it builds itself up a serious problem for yourself. So please find a way way to deal with those thoughts by using your energy in other ways, and definitely don't spend a lot of time by yourself when you're depressed. If you're depressed, you have to get out. You have to go somewhere. You have to do something different when you're depressed. Don't spend time by yourself when you're depressed. That's the key problem with being depressed, is find somebody else to talk to. Find someone else to talk to if you're depressed. I'm not going to go over 6 minutes with this, but that would be my best advice, is don't spend time by yourself. Get into something else. Channel your energy somewhere else, so you don't have time to think about yourself, because mostly depression is self-centered and self-focused. It's all about me, my problem. Look at me, I'm so terrible. This is such a terrible. That's what depression is all about, your situation. So get your focus off yourself and get your focus on something else. Okay, Dr. Chaz, I'm out. Everybody, above everything, feed the spirit, starve the flesh.